The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
In Eretz Yisrael, there was a family, large mishpacha, and their oldest daughter was in her mid-20s, and she'd been dating and looking, and she hadn't found the right shidduch. One day, a Thursday afternoon, her mother goes shopping at the large makola, the large grocery store nearby. And the mother fills up a full shopping cart of groceries, and she comes to pay at the cash register. And when she comes to pay at the cash register, she puts her stuff down. And all of a sudden, the cashier, a frum woman, looks at her and says to her, "Got you! You and that daughter of yours, thieves, robbers. A whole week I've been waiting to catch you. I got you." And she starts calling out in front of the entire grocery store, "I caught her! The thief, the one that steals groceries." This mother is appalled. "I never stole anything in my life. What are you talking about?" She says, "Explain to me." It goes, "I have proof." And she pulls out from beneath the cash register a picture of this woman and her older single daughter in the grocery store. She goes, "See, I have evidence." He goes, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Last week you came, and I was the cashier, and I checked out your items. And you know something? I had my own personal items that I had already paid for, and they were sitting there on the register, next to the register, and you stole them and you took them home. And when I needed those groceries, I didn't have them anymore. So I quickly went to the shomer. I went to the security officer, and we went and we looked at the videos, and you and your daughter took it. Ganavimata, stealing from a simple woman." And this mother is so distraught. She begins to cry. And she says, come with me to the manager. You could ask him that last week when we came home, we accidentally took your bags, but on the spot, we sent them back. We realized we must have taken something that we shouldn't have taken. We're not ganavim. How could you do that? How could you just publicly talk about us this way and give out our picture to every cashier?" She starts crying and she's so distraught. She doesn't even pay for her groceries. She runs home to her apartment. She walks into her apartment. As she walks in, her single older daughter is there. And her single older daughter says to her, "Ima makara, what happened?" And her mother's crying and she says the whole story. She goes, "You go back to that store and you go to the manager and you have her fired. She was defaming me. It's bad enough that you're 25-year-olds and you're not married. And now people have pictures of you being a ganef. Give it to her." And the older single says to her mother, "Ima, mechila, excuse me. Hakol mishamayim. Everything in life is from Hashem. Al tadin et chavercha shetagia limkomo. You can't judge another person until you go into their spot. Ima, calm down. I'll take care of it." The girl steals herself and she gets herself a little fortified and she walks to the store. As she walks to the cashier, the woman sees her and says, "Me'achuz, 100% amazing. Tafasti et haganava sheni. Here's the second thief. I've got the mother before, now I have the daughter." She starts embarrassing the girl publicly. The girl's so embarrassed and her face is turning colors. She says to the lady, "Slicha, can I explain?" And she says how they came in with the stuff and they brought it back. She calls the manager over and the manager says, "Ken, they brought it back the next day. They're not at fault. Why'd you have it on the cash register? Why'd you have it over there on the counter? Of course someone's going to take it. It's not their fault. How come you embarrassed her?" It's older, she says to the manager, "It's okay. It's okay." She says to the lady, "Slicha, I'm sorry we caused you aggravation." She says to the cashier, "I'm sorry we caused you aggravation. We're not going to have him." And all of a sudden the cashier realizes that she falsely accused them. She publicly embarrassed them. She gets all sorry and she says, "Slicha, I just have such a difficult life. I'm married for a bunch of years. I have no children and parnasa is difficult, etc., etc. I'm sorry. Vakesh mechila." The single girl says to her, "En siba, machulach, everything is forgiven. Don't worry about it. Hashem should help you with your child, etc., etc." She pays for the different groceries this time and she takes it home. My dear friends, the very next week, someone suggested a shidduch for her, which was the perfect shidduch. Just a few weeks later, they held the vart. We don't know why that vart was held just a few weeks later, but it's very possible because she held her tongue and she didn't lose herself and she didn't get angry. And when one does that, it opens up a whole new gate of Yeshua, of salvation. Try it. Next time you feel the anger coming on, say HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I'm not going to lose myself.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org